I get a head high. Give me the drop, I ain't gotta say why. She pretty unique. Love me a hoe that stay out the street. Quiet in public with freaking the sheet. That be the type of little hoe that I need. Don't need a roster, but I need a team though. It's like I'm rich whenever I'm single. They hear my name, it's starting to jingle. Oh, when the
What's up? This is my Mortal Kombat review. Most people that know me, that's one of the first things I talk about. I'm a huge nerd, but Mortal Kombat is like the highest level of my passion of nerdy media, because there's video games, there's cartoons, there's movies. Mortal Kombat's just about as dope as anything could be as far as nerdy shit goes. Mortal Kombat is that shit, man. If you don't like Mortal Kombat, I don't know what you're doing here. Mortal Kombat is awesome, you need to go play that shit. But, I watched the movie twice, once in IMAX with my family, and then another time at the regular AMC. Both times, I'll come out and say it, the movie's fucking awesome. It's fucking amazing. Especially when compared to the last film. I mean, it's not even in the same league. It's a whole nother level of film. I mean, they take Mortal Kombat and they come very close to perfecting the format. I took just a few notes to make sure I don't miss anything. I took these right before this or whatever, so it's been, I think, 3 days since the second time I watched it, so I'll probably miss some stuff and I'll jump around. I'm just freestyling it, so there will be spoilers, by the way, but I won't talk about anything in any specific order. So starting off, the characters, man, all the characters are represented so motherfucking well. A big problem in the first film was that it felt like no one really got their moment to shine, you know. Everyone was kind of there, but no one really got their own moment, except for Kano. Kano fucking took that shit and put it on his back, and he is also just as fucking amazing in the second movie, if not even better. I mean, a lot of the best lines in the movie are delivered by Kano. Kano is just, he is infinitely lovable. They took everything that he has in the game and kind of perfected his character, at least in my mind, the way he should be being portrayed, the way he's not really on anyone's team. They do a really good job of showing that, how he's just kind of for himself. Loved Kano. Bam! Alright. A big thing going into the movie, they were saying, or a ton of people were saying, Karl Urban was way too old to be Johnny Cage. Literally, fuck that. Johnny Cage is perfect in the movie, in my personal opinion. I like Johnny Cage a ton as a kid, but as I've gotten older, I don't resonate with him as much. But I fucking love Karl Urban. I feel like older, edgier Johnny Cage makes his characters so much more enjoyable. Like a Ryan Reynolds type, like young, douchey comedic relief. Like I feel like for me, it would have been a lot less enjoyable. Like Johnny Cage, the way he's portrayed, I feel like through and through, it couldn't have been a better representation of Johnny Cage, in my opinion. Karl Urban's acting is amazing, and I already know he probably brought the best out of everyone in the set. We got a better movie because he was there, because a lot of young actors that haven't been in a lot of movies. I think Kano is actually, wasn't even an actor. I think he was like a full-blown comedian that ended up in the movie just because he lifts and is buff and shit. But yes, Johnny Cage, fucking great. I'll go ahead and talk about it. Baraka is my very favorite character in Mortal Kombat. I've waited since I was a wee lad to see him represented in this way, and absolutely fucking amazing. I mean, MK1, which I kind of hate MK1, the newest Mortal Kombat, there's a lot of things bad in that game, but the best thing that they did in that game was give Baraka a character chapter and make him, he's now an anti-hero and fights with the good guys. And they took a page out of that book, and now seeing him with the Earthrealmers and his relationship with Johnny Cage, easily, if there was a top 5 best moments in the movie, 3 of them would be Baraka. He is just so fucking badass. I mean, and he even more than Johnny Cage is actually the actual comic relief of the movie, or so to speak. I mean, the whole movie is really funny. The whole movie, there's a lot of funny shit almost every character says, but I feel like he is just, I don't know. I could not give more praise to the actor C.J. Bloomfield. He is just, I don't know. They did such a great job. I will say though, in the vein of like characters really getting their moment to shine, he shines so very fucking bright, but he only has probably less than 5 minutes of screen time. So I'm definitely going to be extremely beside myself if he does not have at least 3 or 4 fights in the next movie. That or they should just make a Kano, Johnny Cage, Baraka movie, like them 3 on an adventure. That shit would go ham on a whole nother level, because the way Kano and Johnny Cage bounce shit off of each other, Johnny Cage calling Baraka his pupil and shit like that, yeah, it would just make for some of the best cinema you've ever seen. Definitely love Baraka. Very sad about his lack of screen time, though. I feel like if there was any other character that kind of gets a short end of the stick as far as getting their moment to shine, I feel like Jax really, he doesn't get that much screen time. I feel like he probably has the second least. But his fight with Jade, though, is super badass and extremely satisfying. And it's kind of funny, like it's a lot of people I've seen online are saying that his death isn't very sad. It doesn't really hit. But to me, I feel like everything you see him say the whole movie is so wholesome. So I was actually super bummed. At least the first time I watched him die, I was like, what? No, Jax. Yeah, tragic. But I will say, the practical effects of Jax's arms in the original movie were better. Like, I don't like CGI robot arm Jax. I like fucking, he needs to have some real prosthetics on his fucking arms, in my opinion. And I guess since we're talking about Jax and his arms, another complaint, they had the perfect window for Kano to have the robot eye. He's already missed an eye, and for whatever reason, a second time around, they give him a fucking human eye to shoot the laser out of. Okay, that's a core misunderstanding of the lore when certain characters did. Not everyone has superpowers. Some people are possessed by a demon. So Baraka's a fucking monster man. Some characters have tech cybernetics that where they get their abilities from, aka Kano with his eyes, Jax having robot arms. Not fucking superpowers. Just, they need to get it through their fucking heads. It's not that complicated. They're trying to dumb it down for whatever fucking reason. Like, it's a bunch of different people that have a bunch of different abilities for different reasons. That's not that hard to understand. It's like, this guy's got magic. This guy is a god. This guy's a fucking zombie. Like, man. Come on now. You can do better, Hollywood. So, I guess I'll probably go, like, something I loved, something I didn't like. So, Liu Kang, super fucking dope. I mean, all of his fucking abilities, some of the best, coolest moves or fights you'll see in the movie is the parts with Liu Kang. Easily the best fight in the movie is Kung Lao and Liu Kang. A ton of people have already talked about it, so people probably already know, but I mean, just absolute cinema. Easily, even more than the old school 90s movie, which is widely known as the best video game movie ever. The Liu Kang Kung Lao fight in this tops every fight in that fucking movie. In any of the movies. It's the best fight in Mortal Kombat media history. It is fucking awesome. And if anything, the one thing that is not good about the fight is just it's so captivating the entire fight, it feels like it's over when it just really barely begun, because they're just going absolutely fucking ham for the entire fight. So fucking badass. They both look so badass. It could not give more props to that fight. Just I feel like the fight could have been like maybe a minute longer and it would have been a little bit better. So Sindel's fight scene, that is probably the hands down one of the toughest two watches in the movie, because I shit you not, Sindel does not throw a single kick, a single fucking punch, nothing. She just screams the entire fight. Screams. When one of her other main, most popular powers is her swinging people around with her hair and shit. Everyone wants to see that shit, bro. It's Sindel. And then, so the worst part of it is, at one point Sonya tackles her to the ground. She's on top of her. They're literally fucking touching. And instead of Sindel's hair just grabbing her and throwing her off her back, she fucking screams again at the wall to like blow her away. Like, how does that fucking make sense? They're like, and then what if we just had her scream again? What if we just had her scream the entire fight? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's that part's a fucking tough watch, and I loved it the first time around. And I didn't even realize, because I was just so happy to see them fighting in the pit and shit. But after the second viewing, like the second time I watched it, I was like, man, that is the worst fight in the movie, in my opinion. Okay, something great, dude. So there wasn't that many. I went on the third day. It was out the first time when I saw it in IMAX. There wasn't that many people in our theater. But me and my twin brother, when Cole Young died, we were literally jumping out of our seat like, yes! That motherfucker's gone! And no offense to Louis Tan. Louis Tan's a great actor. I thought his acting is good. His character's just so hateable in the first one. Like, it could have been any Mortal Kombat character. Literally any Mortal Kombat character. And it would have been, like worth watching. But no one needs a fucking family scene in a Mortal Kombat. Like, so say there's going to be a family scene. Maybe if it was a character I give a fuck about, but who the fuck needs a family moment in a movie about a video game about people that fight each other to the death? They kill each other with their fists or ice powers or lightning or whatever the fuck it is in the most gory, brutal ways. Why the fuck am I seeing him have ice cream with his daughter? I don't give a fuck unless it's unless it's actually a Mortal Kombat character. I mean, shit, no matter how badass your acting is, it's not going to make that shit watchable. We're watching Mortal Kombat, not fucking Friends or whatever the fuck that shit was. But yes, when they explode his head, it's one of the best parts in the movie, because it's like the moment that they saved the franchise. A lot of people keep talking about him coming back as Kenshi. He does look exactly like Kenshi, but they already made it to where he's related to Scorpion. And so that just Scorpion isn't related to Kenshi. I hope they don't do that and fuck up that lore. And people talk about him being Takeda. I would love to see Takeda, but Takeda is Kenshi's son and is trained by Scorpion. So the current Scorpion, I don't see him training Kenshi's son when none of those people have been introduced or anything like that. That just wouldn't make sense either. The only choice, the only way to bring back Louis Tan is if they make him Scorpion. It just makes sense. The Sonata guy that is playing Scorpion right now is old. He's really old. So they really only can get him in so many more installments, which is really sad. He's fucking awesome, but that's just what's up next. He should be Scorpion. And also, I am just a teeny bit bummed that they didn't introduce second Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero would have had a great moment in this movie, but I think they're just saving that for later. But I would like to at least get to see who they're going to cast as the next Sub-Zero. Okay, so in the vein of something I hate, they were afraid to say Noob Saibot the entire movie. I get it. He's Bi-Han. He's Bi-Han. He's the first Sub-Zero. But that's going to make it, like, I feel like, more weird when they introduce Kai Liang, the second Sub-Zero. And are they just going to be afraid to call him Sub-Zero? Like, what? Like, when they introduce a new Sub-Zero, they better be calling him fucking Sub-Zero. I don't want to hear Kai Liang the entire movie. Like, when they're calling him Bi-Han the entire movie, or every so often Sub-Zero when he's literally in the full Noob Saibot get-up. Like, why not just call him fucking... He's like, I am reborn, and now I am Noob Saibot. Like, that would have taken 5 fucking references. I feel like Hollywood would have had to write John Tobias a fucking check, and they already cut his ass out of the picture, and that's why I don't want to say Noob Saibot, because it's Ed Boon and John Tobias backwards, everyone knows, so it's fucking, yeah, fuck that. I wanted to hear Noob at least once. Again, I fucking absolutely love the movie, 11 out of 10, but there is like, I've let the hype die down a little bit, and that was why I waited to review it, so I could really kind of pick it apart for you guys. All the fatalities are super fucking gnarly. The best fatality was when Katana got Shao Kahn. Absolutely brutal, straight out of the game. Yeah, 10 out of 10 on the fatalities. Excellence, pure excellence. Something I have written down on a side note, when Kung Lao shows up and fucks up Raiden, that shit is insane. Totally caught me off guard. I love that part. Also, we never got to see Quan Chi fight the entire movie, which I would have liked to see him do a little bit more. But Quan Chi, super great. The way he looks, I feel like a lot of the really funny parts are when Quan Chi is getting roasted by Kano. I will say they also lied in the marketing. They said there would be 27 fights. Definitely not 27 fights. I would say maybe 8, maybe 9 fights, something like that. But 27 is an insane number when it's compared to like 8 or 9 fights. I'll say there was also a lot of moments that I was like just waiting for the MK theme to hit, like the Techno Syndrome theme, and they went with like a lot more operatic music, and I think that they only played the actual Mortal Kombat theme twice in the movie, which just a genuine travesty. Yeah, there's just so many moments where that MK theme would have elevated the entire thing. Definitely need more of the Techno Syndrome actual Mortal Kombat theme from the 90s movie in the next movie. If not, I'll be pretty bummed about that, because they also, in all the marketing, really hyped up the fact how there's the new 2026 Techno Syndrome version of that. And so as far as characters other than Baraka, highlights of the movie for me, obviously Liu Kang. Katana was super great. I went into it with pretty low expectations for her character, because in all the marketing and her interviews and stuff, she seemed like, I don't know, she was probably the least into Mortal Kombat, I guess, and she just, I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan of her vibes compared to the rest of the cast, but absolutely amazing. I mean, she really brings Katana to life, and I don't know, it was a highlight of the movie for me for sure. Kung Lao, I would say, if anything, one of the more devastating parts is just his character is so perfect that it's unfortunate that he didn't have more screen time. His screen time is enough, it's satisfying, but he is just so, it's kind of like Baraka. He's so great in every scene that he's in, you're just like kind of like waiting for the next scene with him. And then when his fight finally happens with Liu Kang and he dies during the fight, it's a genuine tear-jerker moment where he's like holding his arms and he's like, I'm gonna bring you back, brother, but not today. That shit, gut-wrenching shit right there. Yeah, both those two dudes, they fucking killed it. I love Ludi Lin and the Max, I don't know how you pronounce his name, Hong or some shit like that. Absolute legends, dude. definitely would love to see a Shaolin Monks movie. I could easily watch a 2-hour movie where it's just them two whooping ass the entire time. We need that desperately, desperately. Alright, time to get to my biggest complaint about the movie. Huge complaint, honestly. I won't say it ruins the movie, but it could easily ruin the third movie. Easily. So Liu Kang, this is the second movie with him in it, and he is still a side character. He's a side character in his basically his fucking movie, in my opinion. And the fact that they fucking kill him, and the way that they kill him, they make it like allude to the fact that he became Fire God Liu Kang, which is a fucking critical error. So you're telling me Liu Kang and Katana are in the same movie for an hour and a half, and they didn't even fucking talk once. Not one conversation, not even a scene where he's giving Katana eyes, where he's like, oh shit, the princess, like, literally nothing. They don't even address each other's existence, which is a fucking travesty. I mean, to me, that was always one of the more favorable parts about their characters, was seeing their kind of will they won't they type shit like that. I don't know, to me that's a big part of both their characters. And then the Fire God Liu Kang shit, that's the end of his story arc. That's the very end. They're skipping his entire everything. Like, it's one of the most beautiful moments in the story mode when Revenant Liu Kang kills human Liu Kang on some super evil shit and steals his like strength and energy and shit on some like semi Shang Tsung shit. Yeah, I think he uses like a machine to do it. It's been a while since I beat it, but I remember that part almost made me cry. And then Raiden uses his amulet and can see the other timelines and realize that he's either personally killed or gotten Liu Kang killed a fuck ton of times, and then he gives Revenant Liu Kang his godhood status, and it makes him like a good guy again, because he's no longer has the evil Revenant shit in his mind and becomes Fire God Liu Kang, and then it changes the tide of the battle, and it's just like a huge plot twist, the craziest thing no one ever saw coming. It's just a super badass moment that's like literally being stolen from us. Like, you're literally one of the best moments in any Mortal Kombat anything is when Fire God Liu Kang gets born, and that shit is fucking crazy. Like, I don't know, them to pop it out, him be Fire God Liu Kang, when again it's the second movie where he's a side character. We haven't even gotten a single installment with him as the main character for it to be building towards Fire God Liu Kang. It's just they can't just make him Fire God Liu Kang right away. If they are, they're literally ruining his fucking character. Like because when he becomes Fire God Liu Kang, he essentially takes the place of Raiden. Liu Kang is going, like, he never got to be the chosen one. He never got to do anything meaningful whatsoever besides look the most badass on screen, and the entire time that they keep saying how he's the strongest fighter, but then the writers felt like, oh, when we do this really confusing, vague death scene, let's also have him say right before it, Raiden told me I'm not the chosen one. Fuck that. He literally is the chosen one. That is, to me, the worst piece of dialogue in the entire movie. I just don't even want to believe that he said that shit. The fact he's like, I'm not the chosen one. Like, that is, whoever's idea that was needs a fucking slap. They're a fucking idiot. But I won't harp on that too long, but I am super fucked up about the fact that they killed Liu Kang, and the way that they went about it was also super awful. I feel like if they had Shang Tsung snap his neck after, like, Quan Chi and fucking Shang Tsung like double team him like the Deadly Alliance game, then it would have been almost like a canonical death, and then we would have got zombie Liu Kang, and him eventually got brought back to life with Kung Lao or something like that. It still would have been a tough watch, but that would have been way better way of them going about it. But just having him get stabbed and elevate to fucking whatever flames bullshit. The second or one of the two, it's kind of a toss-up. Sindel's fight and that are both pretty tough watches. Well, I will say, I know it seems like I talked a lot of shit about the movie, but I just wanted to be realistic with the problems about the movie, but I could not recommend the movie to you more. The movie is actually amazing. It's probably the best ever video game movie right now, and I think it definitely rivals the 90s movie. I feel like it may even be better than the 90s movie. If anything, it's just from like a nerdy nitpick standpoint where there's certain pieces of lore or certain pieces. There's just little video game shit that could have been more one-to-one, but there are moments in the movie where the camera like pans back and they have like the side like this, like where it actually even looks like the fucking game. I watched an IMAX, but I read that at one point during the IMAX Cole Young fight, there was actually health bars and shit on the screen, which I didn't notice that. I was super into it. I had my little glowing dragon cup and shit, so I don't know. But I'm going to add in here, I got a few thoughts and opinions from my family and shit after we watched the movie. But yeah, this has been my Mortal Kombat review. I fucking love that shit. I am super excited for the third one. I hope someone at Warner Bros. Or NetherRealm sees this so that they can take some notes, because I'm the biggest of MK fans. We got the dragon right there, Sub-Zero right here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's just a few things that could be changed, and it literally would be perfect. I mean, the movie was like so close to being everything we want and need, but it just falls like a little bit short of that. But the movie by no means is bad in any way. It's fucking awesome. Just there's certain things, if you're an actual fan of the games and the lore in the games, that it'll be pretty obvious to you the problems that there are. Like Kano, it kind of, anytime you see him, you're like, where the fuck is his robot eye? But then he'll say the funniest shit you've ever heard, and you're like, alright, fuck it, that's Kano for sure. But just, I don't know, little things like that. And then Liu Kang, I think if they do not represent him better in the next movie, and I'm talking like triple as better he was represented in this, I think they will ruin it. They're gonna fuck up the entire trilogy if Liu Kang is not represented better in the new movie. But other than that, absolute excellence. That movie pisses excellence. This has been Mortal Kombat. Just watch Mortal Kombat 2. Fucking amazing. Happy Mother's Day. Marshall, what was your favorite part? Favorite character?
Shit, I don't even know.
Damn, Marshall hits Mortal Kombat. Got it. Mom, what was your favorite part?
When they chopped that guy's head and it bled in layers.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Shao Kahn's dead.
Go young. They kill him fast.
Oh yeah, no, definitely a highlight of the movie when his head exploded, and then everyone was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah!" Yeah, me and Cash were literally in our seats screaming like, "Yeah!" Everyone was like, "No!" We were like, "Yes!" Yeah, kill that motherfucker. Cara, favorite part?
Johnny Cage.
Yeah, Johnny Cage is pretty ultimate. It's Leah. Oh, she's already up in front. Sissy, favorite part?
My favorite part was whenever Shao Kahn would step onto the screen, they would make his boots sound louder than it was to make it more eerie. Like, doo, doo, doo.
Hell yes. Leah, your favorite part?
Definitely Sonya spinning away.
Oh, yes. Sonya got kicked at one point and fucking just literally like a rag doll. Most ultimate. But for me, every scene with Baraka, literally ultimate. The outro also, the ending of the movie, one of the best parts. So good. Your favorite part?
Probably when Johnny Cage heard about the tournament and they said, fuck that.
Fuck that. Yeah, Johnny Cage is so fucking ultimate in the movie. People who doubted Carl Urban,